Well, hello everybody. It's your friendly neighborhood Wookiee. I even brushed my hair for the occasion. How about that? We are going to do a cleaning and cooking video. I heard that you guys want some cleaning and dishes and all that other stuff. So I will show you how I do the dishes manually. So let me show you the start of the mess, and then we will proceed with getting things together and a meal done. All right, here's the disaster of the kitchen. Here's some of the meal. Disaster of the kitchen. I can hear the screaming now. So, with all of this to do, and yeah, I have to repair my stove. We are going to start here because I need that pot and that pan. And you got the Dane. You can see she's in coaching mode. Sorry for the shaking. Wifey's stretching out in the back because of her back. So, all right, I will talk while I prepare. Hi, honey.
I can't get on the bed.
Uh-oh. All right, guys, I will be right back. I gotta unstuck away. All right. So now we have to have some clean dishwater and some music. However, YouTube does not like music. So, if you guys want to play your own, be my guest. Whatever motivates you. So, I know you can't see it, but I'm draining the sink right as we speak. It's a nice, beautiful day here. So, got the door open and all that other stuff. And we gotta get some hot water. Now, we live in an RV, and as y'all know, and yours truly isn't gets kind of sore and doesn't want to do things. So I don't know if you know the story, but I had injured my back being a caretaker for my mother. I had to rescue her because she had fallen in the bathtub crossways, and you know, she was a fairly good-sized lady herself. You know, and I've never really been all that skinny. It's really a shame when you get picked on for being overweight and there isn't much you can do about it because of circumstance. My circumstance was I grew up, my mom and dad were World War II vets. They grew up on the farms and stuff back, you know, in the day. And Mom used to cook for the farm. So as you know, the farms and ranches fed their workers from the tables and stuff that they got. So I used to tease Mom about not being a starving farm boy, but she somehow managed to cook for an army, and I've learned the same trick. But I used to be a professional chef, so cooking for an army is exactly what I did. buffets and stuff like that, you know. There's no light cooking in it. So, got to put stuff away. I'm sure you guys know how that routine goes. Especially if any of you have kids. I remember when I was growing up, I left everything out all the damn time. And would upset my dad something awful. Okay. Should be enough for at least one more bagel, I think. And I gotta get this carpet out of the way because I'm just gonna do nothing but trip on it. Now, I like to soak my dishes. My wife doesn't. Most of these have already been in the water for a day or two, so they should be good to go anyway. And I need this pot here. This one right here. I gotta clean that. We're doing homemade cranberry sauce. It's something that I never grew up on, and my wife introduced me to it. Now I can't get enough of it. Despite being diabetic and everything else, I still can't get enough of it. But okay, yeah. All I'm doing at the moment is taking my sponge and dipping it in the water and transferring it over to the pan so that there's a little soapy water in that. And we'll get that going. My cast iron is going to be the worst of it, but I need a sink for cast iron. The reason I said that is because, for one, it's old and it's been tortured to death. I haven't been the only one cooking on it or with it, and that kind of sucks. Because you get, I don't know if some of you guys know, but if you have friends that like to come over and cook and stuff, you realize that a lot of them just don't treat your equipment like they would their own. All right, now gotta open up the cabinets. I wish I could show you guys this, but I have nowhere to put the camera, and we don't have a GoPro, which is what I really want to do these films with, which is why I haven't been doing them. So now when I start out with dishes, I start out with, I have to organize things into a certain order. And the order goes silverware. I put the silverware and the glasses in first. That way the silverware has a chance to soak off all the food and debris, whatever's left on it. So we do that first. Then after we get the the glasses done, then we put the plastics in. And that is because grease sticks to plastic, like super glue. And most of the time, if you aren't careful, you're going to have issues. Like, you know, you just washed this pan or this plastic container, but it's still greasy. And you're wondering why, and it's, you know, if you had a greasy pan in your water, that's why. So my little coffee cup. Yes, I'm a coffee hound. So let's see. I'm trying to get some space opened up here so that I can put the camera where I need it to go so that you guys can see what the heck I'm doing. I've already partly organized the kitchen into piles. Here, let me show you. Wow, I forgot to pause that video. How about that?
Oh shit, really?
Yeah. You're gonna have a lot of cutting and pasting to do. All right, now, boiling water. Dish progress. See, the plastics are in there already. Now, I'm going to do this. Got to lean my camera up against something. Because it doesn't seem to want to stay where I put it. Alright, there we go. So, the water is boiling now. We add the cranberries in. Might have to add a little bit more water to that, but I don't know. So, 1 bag of ocean spray cranberry. Ouch. I didn't get it, but that's all right. So, plastics are next. Now we got to wait for this to cook up. And then I can put the sugar in it, if I remember right. Okay. Wifey says I have to wait until we get a pink foamy layer on top, so we will do that. Meanwhile, I'm going to continue with the dishes. Because I've only got so much time I can be standing up before I have to sit back down again. Put that up there. All right. We need bowls. So, let's start with the bowls. Lid. Gotta scrape your dishes. Get as much debris off of them as you possibly can. That can sometimes be the hard part. Okay, plate. Now, if you guys are wondering, I really hate these square dishes. They slow you down, and the grease and debris gets caught in the corners. So that's... It's just one of those things, you know? Looks like that's a good place for the camera so you can see my sink and my cooking at the same time. All right. Now, stuff like that you can put it to soak. Some of these lightly with light debris and stuff on them, you can just put them in there. Okay. We got the cranberries boiling. Now I'm going to put a tag in here and stop the video just in case we need to segment this down a bit. Alright, so this is the segment spot, waiting. Hi everybody, I'm back again. So we've got our cranberries cooking, dishes soaking. I'm going to get ready with some baked potatoes. So we got our baked potatoes here. Now then, you can be as fancy or not so fancy as you want with them. I usually put them on a giant plate. And all I'm going to do is just rinse them off. If there is a bad part that I see, I'll cut it out. But all the rinsing does is just to knock the dirt, the extra dirt and stuff off of there. We do about 5 potatoes. Maybe 6. That one is a baby. There we go. Now I'm going to take a knife, stab them all the way through. Now that's to let all of the extra gas and stuff out of there so that when you go to smash it, it doesn't explode in your face, because they will. I found that the oven doesn't quite do it quite as often as a microwave does, but so here's my potatoes. This one looks a little ugly, but I think it's just the outside. Now that plate there is going to take about 16 minutes to cook. So I need a spoon. And we're cooking the cranberries to get all that wonderful juice and get them all nice and soft. Those should do. So the cranberries still have, most of them have their shape still. Some of them don't. They've exploded in there. You just have to watch out for bad cranberries, the ones that didn't quite, you know, like you look for bad grapes. All right, we're gonna put some sugar in here. Okay, and then we're gonna give that a stir. Make sure it's all mixed up. Now the sugar, you're gonna want to cook this up so that the sugar turns into a sauce, which it will when it's cooked. Now you can do various degrees of this, so you can make out of this you can make a cranberry syrup for your pancakes. If you let it cook cook long enough, you'll actually have jellied cranberry sauce. My wifey taught me how to make the cranberry sauce. So, she is the awesomeness. Okay, now we got that going, I'm gonna need a frying pan here in a minute so I can finish this up. But the cranberry sauce is gonna take the longest out of everything I'm cooking, so we just continue with our dishes. Now I do dishes all day long because of having to go back and sit down so much. Some of you won't have to worry about that, but I don't have strong enough painkillers to stand up here for, you know, as long as I need to do this. Hell, I can barely walk to the garbage can at the end of the road down here. Now, I just guesstimated, I put about 2 to 3 cups of sugar in there, so I'm just guesstimating how much it's going to require to get the job done. Wifey likes her cranberry sauce on the sour side. I like mine on the sweet side. So I have to be careful that I don't oversweeten it. So what I'll do is I'll taste test it after I think it's done, and we'll see if it's still a bit sour. Then I'll take some out for wifey, and then I can put some more sugar in and sweeten it up a bit for me. Usually we have 2 bags of cranberries to make the sauce, but damn it. Ow! Oh, that was my leg hitting the corner of the oven door. Oh, that felt good. And I've got water on my legs, so that makes them extra sensitive when the skin is all nice and tight like that. Hate it, but there's nothing I can do about it either. And this is another reason why I do them in sections of the dishes. I do dishes by section is because we don't have a big sink. So since I don't have a big sink, it makes life a lot more difficult to get that done. Okay, I don't need this no more. At least not at the immediate moment. Okay, and then this greasy thing. Alrighty then. Got to top off the water a little bit. Go. Stir the cranberries. Have to stir them every once in a while to keep from burning stuff up. And once that starts to caramelize and stuff at the bottom, you're gonna have to pay a lot more attention to it. But for now, back to the soak and sit. Be back in a minute. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Oh no. See if I can find something to lean it up against now. Well, anyway, here is the cranberry sauce. There's not enough sugar in there to caramelize it. See? So you have cranberry syrup or juice.
If you want to make cranberry juice, that's a good way to do it.
Mm-hmm. You can put it in your Sprite and save.
It's actually really good in Sprite. Don't bash it till you try it.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to put some more sugar in here to try and get it to caramelize. There we go. Stir in. Oh yeah, that should do the trick right there. Bring it back to a boil and wait. Meanwhile, here's your, sorry we don't have the best lighting in here, your cast iron skillet that I'm going to cook burgers and salmon in. This stuff is the best ever for pre-soaking.
Mike's help, damn it.
She uses it in the shower and stuff to clean the shower because it's really good at removing everything in there too. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start up the potatoes. Gotta get the water out of them. That way they're done and ready to go too. And you can leave them in the microwave to keep them warm for a bit. Okay, 16 minutes on high. 16. 1-6. Should be enough. You can do you can do 2-minute increments after that if you need to. Now, please do be careful with this cranberry sauce.
Very, very hot.
Yes.
I cannot find it again, honey.
What?
My freaking notebook for my trainer.
Uh-oh.
I'll come out here. You're busy, don't you?
Yep.
I'll go.
So, and because it's got sugar in it, and you're trying to turn it to syrup, if you get it on your skin, it's going to stick. So please do be careful with that. That is fair warning. Taking this off. I'll put this over on my table. Because I gotta start up another burner. That way we can finish the cookings. Now you don't need to put this on thermal nuke. I will say that. I have a gas stove, obviously, you can see this. So I didn't turn the burner off because if you do that, you'll have to wait till it cools. And to be honest, I don't want to wait. So. to bust out the scrubbies. Now the way I do this is I try to use the scrub part to take off a lot of the debris. That's in there. I'm using hot water because I'm trying to do this quickly. Need my scrubby. Use hands. Shit is baked on really good. Normally I would soak the pan, but I don't have time today. Wifey and I are both starving because we haven't eaten anything all day. So I'm trying to get this going. Now she's requested salmon, which is fine by me. I don't muchly care. However, I have to cook the salmon and I'm having burgers, so they have to be separate. Okay. Stir the cranberry sauce, see where we're at here. No dice yet. Make sure you turn your handles in so that little kids can't reach up and grab them. Yours truly did that when he was a kid too. Mom was cooking and I wanted to help out, and I reached up and grabbed the pot and knocked it all down in front of me. Boiling water. Woo. It hurt a lot and stuff. Okay. Now I am putting oil in here to try and keep everything from sticking. Because I couldn't quite get all of the burnt on debris or eggs and stuff that's in there off, even with a scrubby. gotta turn the water off. We leave it running because somebody, we borrowed a hose from the maintenance guy because somebody decided to switch out our hoses on it, thinking that my hose would be better than the one that he has, which it was, but it wasn't quite, working the way I wanted it to, so. Okay, prime burger. Now, I like big flavors. I like flavors that reach out, grab your tongue, and make it go, oh my God! So I'm going to flavor the hell out of this. While these guys cook. Let's see. Nope. Wifey doesn't like red meat. She doesn't want to eat it. So all of those are mine. And that's fine. Okay, garlic. Because you gotta have the garlic. You gotta have pepper. At least I do. I don't know about y'all, but I gotta have pepper. I don't salt my burgers because I don't feel the need to. I can't have salt anyway. So the whole thing for me makes absolutely no sense to do it that way. And I think that's it for those. It should start caramelizing any time at all, if it's going to. You can tell I'm used to being splashed by hot grease. Wifey's raiding us over here. She's trying to put stuff away and do a bit of house cleaning. Alright, so after this I will come back and check up on everything here in a minute. See you in a few. Alright, I'm back. Now we got the burgers going. They're going nicely actually. Our sauce. Ouch. You can see at the end of it, I think, if I can get it up far enough, it's starting to caramelize. That's what those lumps are. So just keep an eye on it, keep stirring it. Otherwise you're going to have burnt sugar. You don't want to burn it. Huh? No. Nope, and wifey's completely correct. It does not taste very good. Flip over the burgers. And there's space for one more right there, like I planned. Here it goes. Whew. Smells like garden. I don't know, because I have to redo the closet somehow.
Maybe you can when you're done and ask for some more green back.
Yeah. Alright, so we got that going. The potatoes are now done and they're sitting in the microwave waiting. Gotta put the pepper on. Feel free to flavor your burgers however you care to. You can put chili powder on there, Italian seasoning, whatever hits your spot. Gotta get a plate out. Nope. I'm done with it. Yes, I bought you. I booped you on the head. So. Okay, another plate for the burgers. There's, you know. And then after this is done, we'll cook the salmon. Oof. Well, it's getting there. I switched to a spatula because I can put it in this way and scrape the bottom to keep the sugar from sticking, where the spoons don't do that. So I can get all of it mixed in. And that looks pretty done. So, there you go. That's what that's supposed to look like. Now it has to cool off in order to finish thickening up. So that's what we're going to do, is shut it down. And let it cool off. Alright, well, I'm going to pause it and sit back down while this cooks, okay? Okay, we're back. I got the salmon down. I think we're going to do some Italian. So we'll do the Italian seasoning. With the salmon, they come in these little plastic packets. So you have to cut the plastic packets open. Don't forget to drain it into the sink first before you put it in the pan. It'll cut down on all that splashing of all that juice hitting that hot grease. Okay. And then, of course, see how our jelly is caramelizing now as it's cooling? That's what you want. That is exactly what you want. So here you go. Here's a good look. So it's cooling down. It's caramelizing. It's doing its thing. And then salmon's cooking up. And we'll have lunch or dinner here too. Or for me, it's breakfast. And if you're wondering why I do that, it's because my Great Dane likes to zoinks a lot, like Scooby-Doo. So basically, if you move a plate or, make a loud noise, she jumps straight through the roof. And it is kind of funny in a way. Gonna play hot tater. Oh, ow, oh. Gotta wash up some silverware here. All of our pork seems to be used, which is fine. Pork, straws. What? Duffel this dog. Alright, so back again here in a little bit. Alright everybody, here's our salmon. See how it's starting to get that white around it? That's what you want to see. I'm gonna have to flip these over. I'm trying to do it without all the splash to it. So, you know the salmon's done when it's firm and pink and there's no juice or anything coming out of it. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. They should be done in the next like 5 to 10 minutes. So anyway, there's that. It's got quite a mess to clean up there. We'll start with the dishes later on, after we eat. And then here's my plate. And yeah, sauce packets. I call it the Biden diet plan. We got the salmon done. Gonna put some, this is Italian dressing. It seems to go pretty good with the salmon. At least so I hear. I am not a salmon fan.
I am.
Yep, but wifey is. So.
My salmon done?
Yep.
Yummy.
Mm-hmm.
Homemade cranberry sauce and all, huh?
Uh-huh. And then a couple of potatoes. Here you go.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Where do I go to eat? How long do I have? 30 minutes?
Yep. Christina. All right, guys. I'll be back with the dishes in a little while.